Hi everyone, it's Hotsy Malone.
And Tim Not Malone.
Well, we started out a stinking and we ended up a stinking.
Well, sure enough.
Yeah. So stay tuned to find out what the heck we're talking about. Pew.
Be you. Howdy-ho, vagabond soul.
Hey there.
I'm Tim Not Malone, and she's Hotsy Malone.
In case you didn't know by now.
Yeah. Just to mix it up a little, you know.
So you already know how our maiden voyage / shakedown started out, which was really stinky with our dog Ziggy getting skunked.
Don't tell them the last part yet. They got to stay around to the end to hear the last part.
Oh, well, you know how it started out. Ziggy got skunked at 4 something in the morning and 5 in the morning, and
so this is we're just kind of wrapping up everything that happened.
yeah, and also kind of come to the conclusion whether we're really going to do this or not.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a good point. So, are we going to do it?
Well, I went to. I mean, the middle part was fabulous. The front and the ending were not so great, but the in between part, once we stopped,
And like I said,
killing each other was great.
On this side of it, I think we learned a lot from all that badness.
Yes.
And it ends up being like a really good memory of our maiden voyage and all the shit that happened,
Yeah.
So,
no, I had such a great time. I did have a concern, and I think when we are out for the long run, of course, Tim will be occupied and doing stuff, and I have certain things that I plan to do. I have a bag business that I'm going to do, and I have all the stuff to do it. So that's something I can do in the course of a day. I also have some other things and courses that I want to take online. So that I can learn to do angel card readings and tarot card readings. So I've got a lot to learn on that before I'm even at a point where I can do it. So I do feel that when it's a daily routine that I will be able to occupy my time. Because this time we just did sort of the chill in a chair all day long kind of thing and take naps. So.
And watch TV.
And watch TV.
Well, you'll see some of the stuff I did, though. I mean,
it's so crazy.
I was doing a lot, but at the same time, that's kind of, for me, what it needed to be, because, I mean, we had been so stressed out trying to get everything ready to go, and then...
For a long time.
Yeah.
There were bits in between when nothing was going on, but then...
In general, I mean, it was like, this has to be done by such and such a time so we can go. We had we had our reservations for months.
Yeah.
So the reservations gave me a deadline to be done in here.
Right.
And luckily, I mean, I pretty much got done, and maybe I needed a fire lit under my ass to get going, but...
well, and neither one of us had any kind of vacation for 3 years.
True.
And, I mean, we aren't the sort that goes and takes off, and flies somewhere and stays someplace for a couple of weeks or whatever. We never do that. We do like maybe some long weekend things but then we've always got something planned that we have to take care of during that time.
Well, and during most of the vacation time of the year, she's house pet sitting. And in the holidays, she's house pet sitting, and
right.
So she's dealing with that business, and it just takes a lot of time that people normally go places and do things, and she's working during those times.
Right.
So and we have to plan around those. So that's all gonna change and all that. One thing I've got is I'm gonna take guitars with me, a little amplifier, a little way to record myself doing stuff, and so that's one of the things that I have as a hobby to do.
Yeah.
And just the maintenance of everything, I'm kind of into that anyway.
Well, plus we'll be doing our show, and part of what we want to do is kind of visit crazy little wacky places in these little towns that we go and visit. Like, where's the best place to get pie? Where's the best, like, unknown bar that has a open mic night or so, whatever.
Yeah.
Just we want to try to find the unusual. There's plenty of folks out there showing you all the grand state parks and national monuments,
all the
and
tourist traps and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And neither one of us are really interested in the tourist
well,
traps.
not that we don't want to do some of it, but
Yeah, I mean, like we'll go to the Grand Canyon.
yeah,
but
places that we haven't been, but
so far as going to like just tourist towns where that's really what all that they have.
yeah, that's not our cup of tea.
Yeah, no.
So we want to find the unusual, the unique, the odd.
Yes. So I guess to wrap up this first one, it was all about getting. It was all about getting ready. There was a nice time in between where we were able to catch up on some rest and kind of de-stress out in nature, even and that was, I think that was really good for me.
Yes.
I think it was all in all a really good thing.
And for the dogs.
Oh,
I mean, it was a test for them as well.
And we got through it. I mean, well, you'll see that in this one. We have a camping championship between Ziggy and Poppy, and you'll see who won in this one.
Hi, it's Hattie Malone with Vagabond Souls. We're camping, and for quite some time now, we've been very concerned about the dogs. So, bottom line, we get out here, and although Poppy did run off, as you know, and Ziggy got skunked, Poppy is winning the Camper of the Month award because she has been absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like, but it showed us that we can handle having the dogs. I mean, there's things, okay. We noticed so far. We noticed that we need more rugs on the floor.
Oh yeah, they're totally freaked out about the floors. So evidently, and we have wood floors in our house, and we don't have a lot of area rugs and stuff. We have a few, and they're fine in there. But for some reason, this plastic laminate floor freaked the heck out of them. They could not get any kind of traction. Ziggy was
He was crazy about it. He would try to jump from the door all the way on the couch.
Yeah, like he was so freaked out and had a couple spaz out moments about it. Poppy wasn't so bad, but at the same time, she was kind of freaked out about it too. So that's something we have to address.
Yeah.
And make sure we have some little runner rugs or something for them.
And but that was the point of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Really was it's all been leading up to this, and it's getting closer. And that was like the perfect thing to do before we actually leave, was to go out and check out everything and make sure stuff didn't fly off the walls. Our table is on rollers. Okay, it weighs about 250 pounds. Our little island table thing that we're using. Okay, so how the hell do you keep that from rolling up and down and busting stuff up and
and what you came up with worked, because it didn't budge.
Yeah, so
everything that we had to kind of store in weird places, it all worked out perfect.
Yeah, and everything worked. Refrigerator worked, water worked, the
shower worked,
filtration system worked, everything.
Yeah.
But we did identify the things that weren't working or that we needed to change up or something, and here we are. So now you can tell them about this last stinky part.
Okay. So we got all packed up and everything was great, and Tim said, you're going to have to guide me to where, in the dump station area, where our hose thing goes, so that it's, just a...
Yeah, I mean, it's about 2 feet back from the wheels on that side, and it's hard to tell from the truck, which is a long ass truck, exactly where to stop right in front of the dump.
Yes. So I got out, and he's coming in, and everything's perfect, and he gets right there.
It was. I was actually the perfect spot.
Yeah. So I'm standing there, and he had brand new, long up to the elbow rubber gloves that he was so proud of and so excited to wear. If one can be excited to wear.
Anyway.
So he gets down on his hands and knees and he's looking up where the thing is. He pulled it open and the whole thing blew.
Okay, I was trying to twist the cap off and the whole check valve came off and the tanks were both open. And no, one of the tanks was open. It just happened to be the stinky tank, the black tank.
And it had built up some pressure.
Well, yeah, it was totally full.
Behind that little cap that was holding it closed.
Anyway, when I tried to turn the cap, it turned the whole thing. The whole valve came off and
yeah, there she blows.
And I'm like freaking out, you know.
And he's like he's trying to get the cap back on, and it's gushing poop water and poop and pee water, and I'm gagging, and he's like. And then he's bending down in he had a ponytail that day, and the ponytail ends are getting, and I'm like, oh, your ponytail's getting in. And plus he cut his arm at some point, like in the mad dash to put the cap back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much healed up now, but what it was
but that could have been totally septic with poop water coming all over it.
Yeah, no shit.
So, and then I'm standing there and I'm thinking, oh my God, and I'm watching it like start to run down the road thing next to, so I get the hose and I'm trying to hose it all back into this little area, this little fenced in concrete area. Oh yeah, and then you had to like go and lift the thing open while it's blasting.
Yeah, while it's blasting, the hole that I had to lift it open and put something on top of it to keep it open. And most of the water now was, since it was gushing out but draining down into where it was supposed to drain.
Yeah.
Most of it was, but lots, you know, I mean, you can imagine.
It was gross.
It was very gross. And you know, finally it was like it was empty enough to where, you know, I could reach up in there and shut off the valve. You know, it's got two valves you pull out, whatever.
So is there still poop water in the tank?
No.
Oh, it totally emptied itself
but
out.
that's when I cut my arm, was when I reached up in there cutting.
Oh, good Lord.
So anyway, I did, however, get it put on and got the gray water tank emptied the right way.
Ta-da!
But you know, what we could do was laugh about it. You know,
yeah. So now you know what I mean by it started out stanky and it ended stanky.
But I mean, again, what a memory.
Yeah.
You know, everything that.
Yeah, we were, but like while this is happening, he's like.
I couldn't believe it happened. I like, you know, it was like shocking because it happened so quick. It was like.
That's shocking to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I just reached down and.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was like shocked.
Oh, and every cuss word known to mankind and some I've never even heard before came out of his mouth. And I'm just standing there with a hose, gagging. But anyway, that's it, folks.
Yep. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. See you next time.
Bye now.